Today on Geeking Out on Real Estate, we're spotlighting one of Central Indiana's hardest working real estate pros, the realtor with the hustle, the heart, and the highlight reel results, Bob Morris of Top Choice Real Estate. Bob built his reputation one client at a time, leveraging deep local knowledge, smart strategy, and a work ethic to push every deal across the finish line. Whether he's helping a family find their first home, guiding an investor, or marketing one of Indiana's standout properties, Bob brings the same intensity and integrity to every transaction. We'll explore the stories behind the sales, the unforgettable listings, the moments that shaped Bob's career, and his superpower. Bob works harder to make good things happen. This is Geeking Out on Real Estate, and today's featured pro is Bob Morris of Central Indiana's Top Choice Real Estate.
Hi, Mark. Glad to be here.
And we're glad to have you. Over the years, you've worked in many aspects of real estate: builder, developer, inspector, and even mortgage lender. These days, you're the managing broker at Top Choice Real Estate in Central Indiana. You serve clients within an hour or so of downtown Indy. Could I get you to take the floor and fill us in on the twists and turns of the journey that put you here today?
Boy, that's a lot of twists and turns. Okay, it's a long history, but I bought my first house while I was still in college, and 6 months later, a buddy and I scraped together all the money we didn't have and bought a duplex and fixed it up and did the fix and flip thing, and uh, we were remodelers, and then I built houses and apartments, and boy, just over the years, it just kind of morphed from one hat to the next. But over the last, since 1980, I've been a licensed realtor either here or in Colorado, serving clients and being able to bring all those forces to bear for their benefit. So,
Well, that's awesome. It's a lot of people to cram under one hat. I've heard a quote that you work harder to make good things happen. How would that show up in a typical real estate transaction, or maybe a transaction with some bumps along the way?
um, I didn't make that up. That actually was laid on me by a couple of clients and then confirmed by a few others. And so we just kind of adopted it. But basically, it's just the depth that you can go to with certain things, whether that's, for instance, like on inspections. Okay. In Illinois, they turn the file over to an attorney to deal with once they've got a signed purchase agreement, and the realtor doesn't even deal with the inspections. Whereas, I'll not only work through them with the client, but if need be, I'll go crawl through the attic or I'll go crawl through the crawl space. And, I've been in some less than desirable situations in that for clients. But I think in the end, it makes a difference. Like one time, this wasn't all that long ago, up in Noblesville, had a client that came up on the inspection. There had been a refrigerator had leaked down into this new flooring, and they sent somebody out and they wanted $35,000 to fix it. And I got down there and did some work and figured out who I could call, and we got it done for $4,500. Well, that's working hard to make good things happen.
It really is. And it really makes a difference to your clients. Are there any listings in Central Indiana that come to mind as particularly, extravagant, outrageous, or, otherwise outside the norm?
Well, I think the one that's on everybody's mind right this second is the Irsay property. Jim Irsay, who was the owner of the Colts and passed away in May, and they've got it on the market already this week. And you know what? Over the weekend, it sold. So you got a $12 million property, and it sold in 5 days. It's pretty wild. I mean, it's like 9 acres, gated community. It's got its own par 3 golf hole, just two guest houses, 24,000 square feet just in the main house. So, um, yeah, that's one that, it's eye candy, obviously, for everybody. Yeah. And a little bit of gossip too, right?
Right, exactly. Everyone wants a peek at how the other 1% lives. How about listings that you represent? Tell us about one of your favorites at this juncture.
Well, I'd say the my favorite one at the moment is the one I'm bringing to market this week, of course, okay, because it's the one that's right in the headlights. But I've got a ranch over on the west side, just outside of the loop, outside of 465, and the guys put new roof and gutters and siding and new flooring and, a lot of new fixtures throughout the house. It's pretty much ready to go. And when you walk out back, it's got a nice fenced in backyard with 6-foot privacy fence and fire pit, and it's got a 3-car mechanic stream garage. And that's probably the big selling point because, not everybody wants that, but boy, the guy that does, they're hard to find. And so you're talking all that in a package for $249, which for Joe 6-pack is, a pretty sweet deal.
It is. There are lots of features there, but that garage seals the deal. I feel like when meeting you in person, it's probably pretty easy for you to establish your credibility, and make that connection with people. Give me your best pitch for contacting you when I'm ready to sell my existing home or buy a new home.
Well, they're a little bit, I don't know. I guess maybe they're not all so much different, but basically I've worn all these different hats with very, very, very few other realtors can make a claim to even wearing half that many hats. And I didn't put them on just for a month or two. I mean, when I did commercial inspections, I did 500 a year across the US and Canada. And I did that for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And so I'm able to bring all those resources, all those contacts, all that knowledge to bear on whatever property they're looking at. And I mean, my services range from I've got a mobile home park coming on the market here in the next 2 weeks, and most people wouldn't have the first clue how to do that. Well, long time ago in another life, I owned one of those things. So, I know quite a bit about it. And, last year I was able to do a big industrial building, and I do a lot of raw land, people wanting to buy a piece of ground and build their own home. And I've built homes, so I can walk them through that whole process, whether they're buying or selling. And so I don't find that many people can bring those resources to help somebody achieve what they want. It makes a difference.
It really does. It's a lot of guidance from a single source.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Let's bring this in for a landing. When I'm ready to sell my existing home or buy a new home in central Indiana, what's the best way to reach you?
Best way to reach me? I had a gal from New York ask me that the other day. I said, well, I don't really care. Call, text, email, smoke signals. She said, how about carrier pigeons? So, whatever. I mean, if, my contact info, you can probably put down below there. And, I'm at Bob at topchoicere.com or our website, topchoicere.com. We also have a YouTube channel, Living in Indiana. If you put it out there, I'll get back with you.
Fantastic. Well, I've really enjoyed our visit, Bob. Thanks for coming in today.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. Look forward to talking to you again soon.
You're welcome anytime.
Sounds like a winner. Okay, thank you now.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for joining us on Geeking Out on Real Estate. If you have a favorite agent that you think we should feature, have them contact us at info@geekysidetv.com and let us know they're interested. You can watch Geeky Side TV on Roku, Fire TV, and on our website, geekysidetv.com. Thank you so much for watching.